Sadika, you're watching Now at Noon, the English program here on Now 26 with me, Pupei, or Chaowarat Yongjiranon.
And me, or Thawanrat Dillerchaikun.
Yes, and of course, Kun Thawanrat is joining me for the first time here on the program. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting time, as over the next few weeks we will be having various reporters coming in to the program. First off, Kun Thawanrat, there has been a bit of a concern here this morning, as we've seen now that the headlines are reading that the PMI, or the HSBC Market Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, has fallen by a 6-month low to 50.0 from a final reading of 50.4 in October, and that's well below the 50.3 forecast by analysts. The analysts are saying that this could be because of the cooling property sector, the erratic foreign demand, and the slackening of the domestic investment growth. So we will have to keep an eye on that and see if it will have an impact here for the Thai export sector. Yes. In the meantime, though, Kun Thawanrat, there has been now concerns about Tesco Lotus, as the mother company has been struggling in England. And of course, here in Thailand, there are a lot of questions as to who is going to be grabbing into the shares. And we've already had news here that there are speculations and reports that Kun Nation Multimedia, a major shareholder of CP Group, has emerged as a potential buyer of Tesco Lotus retail business in Thailand. Now, the news has come at a time where the company itself, Tesco Lotus, the retail business, is estimated to be worth around £5 billion, or about 250 billion baht. The UK-based Tesco has been under pressure to improve its earnings, and selling assets overseas is one of its options. Industry sources say Kun Thanin had approached an investment bank to discuss the feasibility of buying the Tesco Lotus retail business in Thailand. Thanin, who earlier acquired the majority stake in the macro wholesale business in Thailand and other markets, started the Lotus Supercenter business in Thailand about 2 decades ago, but later sold CP Group's stake to UK-based Tesco. Besides CP Group, other potential Thai buyers of the Tesco Lotus business include Kun Jaran Siri Watanapakdi of Burli Juker and the Siri Watanapakdi family's Central Group.
TOT is now improving its organization and will divest all of its shares in 11 joint ventures as part of its restructuring plan. The plan aims to improve efficiency and performance and focus on its core businesses. TOT is expected to gain around 15.25 billion baht from the divestment plan. 11 of TOT's 14 joint venture companies are highly active businesses, with the major exceptions of Total Access Communications, or DTAC, and Internet Thailand, or iNet. TOT Chairman General Surapon Suwarnaat says TOT was considering selling off the joint venture companies step by step to focus on the core businesses. These include telecom infrastructure, telecommunications towers, international gateways and submarine cables, mobile phone service, fixed telephone and broadband internet, and information technology services. Meanwhile, Thanwa Lauhasiriwong, the agency's acting president, says the plan was also part of the policy of the State Enterprises Policy Commission, or Super Board, to turn around the fortunes of TOT. However, TOT has to submit the divestment plan to the cabinet first for approval.
Now, Kun Thawanrat, do you like Hunger Games?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm a big fan.
You're a big fan, and
yeah.
Actually, at the end of this week, tomorrow, actually, I think is the world premiere of the movie series. But here in Thailand, there is a bit of concern now, as one of the previews has been abruptly cancelled, and there has not been any clear definition as to why. But the explanations could be that it could be connected to the ongoing anti-coup activists. This is a very big news for the week for the political scene, because we haven't really seen a lot of activity in the protests against the coup d'etat for quite some time. Special preview set for today at 2 cinemas in Siam Square of the latest in the series of the Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, have been abruptly cancelled. The movie series has become a symbol for the anti-coup protesters in Thailand, as activists use the movie's 3-finger salute in their rallies against the military government. government. 160 seats were booked by the Thammasat University Liberals for Democracy group at the Scala Theatre. The cancellation follows a very controversial incident in the Northeast when 5 student activists stole the show at one of the events attended by Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha. The male students from the Khon Kaen University's Faculty of Law managed to sneak past the tight security at Khon Kaen's Provincial Hall, where Prayut was delivering a speech. He was there to oversee the release of a caravan of water trucks to help drought-hit areas. The 5 students ran to the stage, took off their shirts to reveal black T-shirts with white lettering that read "No to the coup" in Thai, and also held up their hands in a 3-finger salute, a symbolic anti-coup gesture at the Prime Minister. The 5 were immediately taken away to Khon Kaen's Provincial Police Command for questioning and then to the 23rd Army Circle in the province for detention, as martial law is still in effect. The authorities released the students temporarily in the evening, even though the young men refused to sign a document promising not to protest. Prayut at the time joked about the incident and later told reporters he was not afraid to continue his duties. However, the security system of the Prime Minister has been questioned.
Japanese artist who is well known in Thailand, Kyoko Abe, for her piece of work that is very inspired.
Yes.
Very inspired.
Yeah, you know, this artist is very well known here in Thailand.
Yeah.
But she, doesn't do a lot about the Japanese culture. But recently, there has been very good news that she has reached out to the victims of tsunami 2011.
Yes, she just have her own showcase here in Thailand at her latest work entitled as the Kimchi That I Love, and our reporter Kun Kan Surya Chantananon has the story.
I am at Siaka Arts Gallery, and tonight we're celebrating the art of Kyoko Abe and her latest exhibition. Now, I had the opportunity to speak with the artist herself, and she told me a very interesting story behind her collection. Find out what inspired her. Japanese artist Kyoko Abe's latest work, Kimchi That I Love, tells a story about the love and support among the Japanese people through the tsunami disaster period in 2011. At the time of the great disaster, Kyoko felt sad that she could not do much for her country as she was in Thailand. This is why she traveled to Japan last year and did a thing that she knew she could do best, which was to paint.
การอยู่ที่นี่นะคะทำอะไรก็ไม่ได้ช่วยก็ไม่ได้ปีที่เดียวต้องไปสึนามิโตโฮกุนะคะทำอะไรดีต้องทำที่นี่ไม่สวยกระปกมากนะคะเขาบอกว่าทุกคนบอกว่าวาดรูปให้หน่อย
Originally from Osaka, Kyoko has lived in Thailand since October 1995. The artist shared that she has always been very passionate about art since she was at a very young age. She said that she was incredibly moved by the fascination in Thai culture when she first arrived Thailand. Kyoko said the unique style of art from Thai culture both inspires and is influenced by Japanese culture. She also shared that one of her all-time favorite Thai artists is Wasan Sittiket.
วันไทยเนี่ยวันไทยculture เนี่ยทุกคนไม่รู้จักที่อยู่ไม่มีเข้าใจสตอรี่ดีกว่าถ้าสวยอย่างเดียวไม่สนุกต้องดูนานๆจะได้เข้าใจ
Attending her exhibition, Japanese ambassador His Excellency Sato Shigekazu was very impressed with how Japanese art was becoming more attractive to wider audiences. He believes that Asian artists can become successful locally and internationally.
This is quite an impressive way of Japanese artists, their painting. Japanese art has its, features, and Japanese art in that sense is a part of Asian art, and Asian part includes a variety of art, Asianness, and which is to be seen.
Many of the guests at the exhibition found the art to be heartwarming, and many said it made them happy. Meanwhile, Kyoko hopes that her work will be showcased in the international scene in the near future, as she plans to create a new arts project for next year, not only for Asian art lovers, but for the rest of the world. The artist aims to not only create artistic work, but to show that art can truly cross borders and contribute the evolution of cultures. Gansuriya Shantananon reporting from Now 26.
Very pretty indeed. Anyways, we have to take a short break and say goodbye, Kuntunda Tawanrat. I'm not used to your name yet, but I will get used to it. Anyways, after the break, stay tuned, because we'll be taking a look at the REIT funds here in Thailand and whether they are interesting and enough of a lure for people to invest in. Stay tuned.